You're one of the last guys left from played in that 20 game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember of that one?
That's like on the tip of my shoulder. We still talk about it to this day as you see all over like the building. With them winning the trenches, it's something that we focus heavily on and try to like after last year like calculate off of it.
What do you think of when you think of the 22 game? What comes to mind for you?
Um, I just think we needed to stop the run. I felt like we got too comfortable and relaxed throughout the fourth quarter and everything. So I feel like once we're at that stage, we need to keep rolling, like not have the like a finish mentality and everything.
How do you feel like you guys did against the run as a whole, Keyon? Because last week, like about 25 plays, you guys kept the lid on pretty well, and those four obviously break. So, what is kind of the assessment of how you guys did against the run last week?
Yeah, I feel like we've been doing we probably Gerson like every week with the runs. Just minor mess ups like within the calls. Someone with one play will not do one of the plays. So just communication throughout the whole line when we be set.
What do you see from their run game? What makes them dynamic in the way that they operate?
Like every year with Oregon State, they're known for running the ball pretty good. They know how to do cutbacks on the stretches and everything. So we got to be locked into what we got ahead of us. So
Being one of the older guys, how do you motivate younger guys and freshmen for this rivalry game?
just like every game, but this game, like you said, the rivalry game. There's a lot of hate between us. Just try to keep their minds level. Try to make them realize like who we're playing against. So
Is it weird to prepare for that in week 3 versus in November?
yeah, it is. We got Coach B Mike running around saying it feels like Thanksgiving because every time we play him, it's around this time. So it's a little weird playing them a little early, but got to do what we got to do.
How much, kind of expanding on that, how much different is it when there's only 2 weeks of film to watch on them too?
Not really. I mean, we can still watch from last year. They run some of the similar plays, so add that into this year and capitalize on that.
You've been looking at their whole line. What's you see so far of the impact of with 79, their right guard out for the season? What either 77 brings, or just what that impact might be since he was like 370 pounds. The biggest guy that they had.
What was that? What was that question you asked?
Just what do you think the impact's going to be to their line of their right guard not being there?
Right. That was one of their key guys, and they need someone like to fill in his shoes. The guy they have now has like one start ahead, so I feel like probably the communication or it wouldn't be as strong as it would be like with the guy in previously. So try to work on that.
What's it like preparing for a game where obviously you play Oregon State a lot, but the personnel is really different. The roster's recycled a lot. What's the challenges, especially with only a couple of weeks of games this season?
It's just like every game. You're gonna get different looks and personnels. Usually they're a bigger, heavy personnel team. So just adjust to whichever team we're playing, and try to add in our front with theirs. So.
The way you guys left the field the last 2 trips up there stick with you, Keyon? Because 20 was the parade of cars and after an empty stadium, and I don't know if anything happened to you on the way in 22, but I heard stories about like Jake Shipley getting a beer poured on him on the way off and stuff. So like, anything happened to you, or anything that stick out to you about how you had to leave that building the past couple of trips?
It's rough. I really usually try to let all that die down, then walk off. Nothing happened to me personally, but I seen, like the beer on Shipley. I seen people get spit on, so. Try to like stay away from that. So.